could you ease up? Mike, I look, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can't let you into heaven. Mike's like, oh, God, Jesus. Is there anything I can do? To get into heaven, Jesus? And Jesus pulls up his robe. I know it's difficult. I know. I understand that. Even if you're not a believer anymore, once it's in there, it's hard to see that. I'm sorry for that, but this is what's happening. This is a biblical story. Not any different than a Bible story. It could be a Bible story. Right? I mean, like, if this was a Renaissance painting, it would be the test of Pence. So what happens? Iron Man's kind of shocked. He's just trying to help out. Well, I think you know what happens. I mean, Mike Pence fills his mouth with Jesus cock. I mean, there's no way he's not going to do that. And he can't believe how amazing this day is. Like, Judgment Day worked out far better than anything he even assumed could possibly happen. So he's just blowing Jesus. And then something weird happens. Like, Iron Man's sort of like, I'm not even sure that I'm supposed to be here anymore. And then something weird happens. The Jesus dick keeps getting bigger and bigger, like, to the point where it locks up Mike's jaws. He's like, oh, and it's starting to hurt him, and it just blows through the back of his head, and it kills him. And Iron Man's like, what the fuck is happening? So he just launches into the air, and all of a sudden, Jesus' dick is huge. It's shooting fire, and he's swinging Pence around until his body falls off. So now he's just got this Pence head cock ring, and he's just spraying fire everywhere. And Iron Man's like, what, Jesus, what's going on? And then the robe comes off, and it's Satan. Of course it's Satan. You guys are students of the Bible. Do you think I'm the kind of man that would just have Jesus' dick hanging out like that? You think I would do that to you? It was Satan all along. So then Iron Man realizes what's going on, and Satan's, just spraying fire everywhere. So Iron Man calls the other Avengers. They all come down. They kick Satan's ass, and he goes back to hell. And then the Pence head cock ring just falls to the earth, and it becomes a crown of an evil guy in another story. I'm not a comic book guy. I'm winging this. So all the Avengers are there, and then the real Jesus comes down. And he just comes down like Jesus is supposed to come down. And all the Avengers are like, yeah, it's the real Jesus. And Jesus says, thanks for helping out. Good job with all your superhero stuff. That was great. I appreciate it. And Iron Man says, we're happy to help, Jesus. And then it's just awkward there for a minute. And Jesus is sort of like kicking around in the clouds. And no, maybe they're on the ground and he's kicking around the dirt. And the Avengers stand there and Iron Man's looking at him. It's like, do you want to be an Avenger? Is that what's happening right now? And Jesus says, yeah, I do. I think it would be good for me right now, for my brand. And Iron Man says, Yeah, okay. All right, can you do stuff? And Jesus says, fuck yeah, I can. I'm Jesus. And then the credits roll. So, and then the meek leave the theaters, not completely happy, most of them. Just sort of like, that was bullshit, man. Endgame was so much better. I can't believe that Iron Man came back. I mean, not yet. And Jesus is in it now? Dude, I thought that was pretty cool. It's not cool, man. Jesus is not a good superhero. It just isn't. Do you guys all think that? Well, you're all fucked up because love is not a good superpower. It's not. It's bullshit. I mean, you can't use love as a weapon. And then like the oldest nerd says, yeah, you can. But then he stops and says, but it's kind of my fault. Thanks a lot, you guys. What a great crowd. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming out. Good night. Sort of buzzkill. Why am I bullying them? Well, quite frankly, I think at this point, nerd culture, I'm punching up. All right, they're no longer, the huddled weirdos. They now sort of run the cultural apparatus. And I'm not saying, I am saying it's a shitty thing, but what I'm saying is that I think it's a belief system, and I don't think they're willing to admit that. There's a couple of bubbles, You've got the Fox News bubble, which is evil and malignant. You've got the broader Christianity bubble, which can go either way. And then you've got, the Marvel Universe bubble, which is culturally malignant, but not as evil as Fox, but it's troubling. It's troubling for a couple of reasons. One of them culturally is being like, if you're a grown-up who doesn't feel like they need or want to see those movies, you kind of feel bullied into going, and you have to literally resist. Like, I'm not going to go because people, they're like, maybe it'll be fun. Don't go, don't do it. Don't give in, you're a grown-up and you don't know what it'll do to your brain. Brains are very soft. They're a lot softer than we assume. There's a lot of people that are, allowing themselves to become stupid and they don't even know it. And it's sad when you're their friend. So, but for grown-up movies, the studios put so much money into those Marvel movies, and it kind of pushes the grown-up movies into your home, which is fine. But sometimes you want to see a movie like a movie with an audience, not just with your cat, in my case. So. Sometimes because of Marvel movies, you have to drive 25, 30 miles to a smaller theater to see a good adult independent film with other human beings, like-minded people, where you all get to leave at the end, confused by the ending. And you can overhear other people saying things like, did he die at the end or he didn't? Why is that not clear? Well, I think the director wants us to be having this conversation. Well, I don't like it. Why can't we know whether he died or not? It seems important to the movie. Well, see, it clearly had an effect on you. Is this the effect you want, though? But Marvel movies... See, the reason I think it's a belief system is some of these guys are my age, the fans of Marvel movies, and they've been reading, Marvel comic books since they were, 9. 4 to 10 titles a month for, 40 years? I mean, come on, those of you who read the Bible when you were a kid, you got away from it probably, you lapsed a little bit. You don't read the Bible now unless you find a lump in your armpit or something, but it sort of got away from me. These guys still read 4 to 10 titles a month, and you're gonna tell me that doesn't run deeper than just entertainment? Come on, there is a lot of grown male nerd children that when their life gets scary and existential and fucked up, they bow down and go oh, Endgame will be out soon. Going, when is the next one coming? And I think they believe it deeper than you're assuming they believe it. And I think it's fine. Jesus, Iron Man, doesn't matter really. These are good stories. They're good stories, good and evil, redemption. And oddly, both of them, could come back. Iron Man died at the end of the last movie, but it's possible that he could come back. I think a lot of grown male nerd children are hanging on to hope, and they kind of know, like, he'll be back. And Jesus, of course, is prophesied. So, you know, we're on the precipice of 2 resurrections, folks. And I think it should be noticed or recognized that both the story of Jesus and the Marvel Universe created in Jewish writer rooms. A couple thousand years apart, but, you know, it comes from that amazing creative imagination that Jews have because of how great they are. And the reason I'm doing this is I just want to know that there's a few people in the room here, no matter how progressive you may think you are, that are going like, we get it, you're a Jew. Like, I just want to know that I'm causing that to happen. Because I believe that most people are anti-Semitic, given the option. I'm not saying they're walking around saying, fuck the Jews, they're terrible, but it doesn't take much baiting, you know, like, hey, you know, the Jews kind of stuff, yeah, you know, you're right, fuck them. Like, it's right there. And I think that I'm trying to find it in you so you see it in yourself. But I know you're asking, why are Jews so amazing? Where does that creativity come from? And I'll do a quick impression of Jewish creativity for you right now. This is my impression of Jewish creativity. Keep making shit up that they like so they don't kill us. It's a deep place. It comes from a deep place. Yeah. The more modern version of that in the comic book era was like, I didn't flee Poland for them to kill us. Keep making up superheroes. Similar thing. Am I right? I don't really know. I don't know. Here's the weird thing about being a Jew is, like, I'm not religious, but I am prone to prophecy. And I don't mean that in an arrogant way. I'm not saying I'm a prophet, but if I'm terrified, I'll go mystical. You know, I mean, I don't mind. I'll do it. And sometimes it doesn't make sense. It makes sense to me. But, like, I'll give you an example. Like, I was hiking. And this wasn't too long ago, and I'm looking at the ground, and I realized, wow, a lot more lizards now. I don't know what that means, but honor my legacy and sort of create a story. Like, I think that most grown-ups know that the story of Jesus is a story. It's a biblical story. It's not journalism. And I just thought maybe it'd be nice if I could try to construct some prophecy, because it's sort of my birthright as a Jewish writer of sorts. I'll get to it, but before I do it, I just want to say, I don't want to judge anyone's beliefs. I don't want to mock the myths that define anybody, but there is a strain of Christianity that makes me uncomfortable, scares me, I think is the word. And those are evangelicals. They scare me. And I'm not punching down. I think there's like 90 million evangelicals and about 8 million Jews. And I hate to give those numbers out because, yeah, it's possible. So, nice uncomfortable laugh. That was very well handled. But evangelicals, and I'll tell you, if you're in here, I'll speak directly to you because this is a safe space. I'm scared. I'm a little scared. Yeah. Because I didn't realize this until recently, and it's logical, but I didn't put it together in my own mind in quite the way I have now, which is that in order for Jesus to come back, the world has to end. It has to. So that means there's about 90 to 100 million people that are pretty excited about it. And that's kind of problematic to those of us who don't fucking believe that shit. Right? And a lot of those people are in legislative positions. And I'm sitting there thinking like, wait, what's happening? Is there any way they're crafting policy to accelerate the prophecy? Yeah, think about that for a second. Not exactly humorous, but powerful. If you walked up to your state senator or maybe a congressman that was an evangelical and they were honest and you said, I'm a little concerned about global warming. It seems like humans are causing it. We need to do something about it. It's happening quickly. They would say, not quick enough, to be honest with you. We're trying to get the flying Jew back. We got coal going. You know, it's happening. We're deregulating as fast as we can. We're going to make this shit happen. Problematic, correct? There's a dovetailing of late-stage capitalism and Christian end times prophecy that's a little fucked up. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to put this on you, but I'm assuming that the horrendous greed monsters that don't give a fuck about anything are just hedging their bets. They don't believe the prophecy. In the back of their head, they're thinking, hey, if it turns out to be true, we still got the meek, right? They can build the domes. There's a lot of jobs in a burning sky. All right. Let's go. I'll take another angle. What's wrong with Mike Pence's face? Have you looked at Vice President Mike Pence? He's got a sort of a knot of a face, a tight little face with dead eyes floating in a big head. What's going on with that face? I don't know exactly, but I'm pretty sure it's shame-based. I don't know exactly what it is, but when I look at Mike Pence doing anything, all I see is a man standing there thinking, don't think about cock, don't think about dicks. I don't want a dick, I don't want to suck a dick, I don't want a dick in me. No dicks for Mikey. Jesus. I want Jesus. Jesus died on a cock for me, and that's who I did it again, Jesus, I'm sorry. Jesus is in my heart, not cock. That's what I think's going on with Mike Pence's face. I think it's trying to retreat back into his head away from all the dicks he sees coming at him. He's got a fairly rare condition called inverted gay face. And I really believe that if Mike Pence sucked one dick, his face would pop out, and we could all be less nervous if Trump doesn't make it through his first term, because Pence is a scary Christian fascist person, and he's probably worse. Now, I know I've gotten some pushback from the LGBTQ community about characterizing a homophobic, gay-hating man as being secretly gay as being wrong, because it diminishes the fact that they're dangerous human beings and they're horrible. And I take that to heart, and I hear you, but I think I'm right about Pence. Now, let's switch back to the story, the prophetic story, which is my hope, and you know where I'm coming from. And this is going to hurt some people, but you can take it. It's going to land kind of bad. It's funny, but it's going to hurt going in. My hope on the last day of the planet Earth, on Judgment Day, when the sky is on fire and everyone can't breathe at the same time. We're all looking at each other with the same dumb face. And no one can help the other person. And, water is rising out of nowhere, and there's just no filter between the sun and our skin anymore, and our flesh is just starting to burn. It's a bad day, folks. Ugly. But it's coming. And my hope on that day, in my heart, is that Jesus doesn't come back. Okay, look, I know it's a small victory for us non-believers, but I think it'll be worth it. I think it'll be worth it to be standing in that water and be able to high-five the guy next to you. I knew it, man! I knew he wasn't coming. You owe me $20, fucker. My face is burning! My other hope on that day is that somewhere Vice President Mike Pence stands outside, I'm hoping, and among people would be best. He's in the water, trying to breathe, hurting like the rest of us, and he realizes what's happening. And out loud, to no one in particular, he just says, "Oh, I should have sucked a cock." And then he realizes, hey, the water's only so deep, I can still kind of suck some cocks. And the Vice President of the United States starts scrambling through the water trying to suck the dicks of dying guys. I mean, are they going to argue with him? The Vice President wants to blow him on the last day of the planet Earth. They're like, hell yeah. So he's fucking jerking guys off. He's sucking dicks. He's having the best time of his life. He didn't know it would ever happen for him, and it's happening. And it's happening hard. Yeah. The VP's got a dick in each hand. He's got one in his mouth. And then Jesus comes back. I'm sorry, Jesus. I'm sorry, Jesus. Please forgive me, Jesus. Please forgive me, Jesus. I know this looks bad. I'm sorry. Once. I got it. I'm sorry, Jesus. I'm sorry, Jesus. Please forgive me, Jesus. Please forgive me. And Jesus is just hovering over Pence. He's being held by Iron Man. They're both back, man. They're both back, baby. And Jesus looks down at Pence and he says, I can't do it, Mike. Can't forgive you. I can't. You couldn't wait 5 minutes? 5 minutes. I can't forgive you.